You know, I run, I have a social life, and I was very athletic. And the next thing I knew, you know, I started to feel sick. I had some pain, but nothing significant. And then I had just some routine tests. And on Labor Day, I found out I had lymphoma, which was a huge shock. In January of 2019, I really started to get treatment, and I was having chemo and that sort of thing, and my hair just fell out. And when you have chemo, and I've had 5 different kinds, all of your hair falls out. Your eyelashes fall out, your eyebrows fall out, the hair on your arm falls out, and of course the hair on your head. And through that process, it's very easy to lose your identity. You become very unfamiliar with yourself, with your face, with the changes that are happening on the outside and the inside of your body. And I didn't know how to deal with it. So I started to take pictures of my bald head. I started to try to figure out an art project with it. I put words on my head. So in the meantime, you know, I kept taking pictures, and I kept using my head for different canvases and things like that. And friends would come by and they'd want to help. You know, when you're sick like this, you know, people want to help. That they come by, they want to say hi, and they want to bring you food. And when you have chemo, you can eat almost nothing. I mean, all these drugs make you so sick and so nauseous. And people would be bringing me, you know, pot roast and soup and things like that. And one day it just hit me. I'm like, oh, I don't need another pot roast. I'm going to give these people something to do. I'm going to ask them to just make hair for me, and I'll just see what happens. This project wouldn't work unless it was a collaboration. It wouldn't work if it was just me and a camera. I needed all of these people, and it's so much like the cancer process, where you go to the hospital and you need all of those people who help you, all of the oncologists, all of the nurse practitioners, all the people who are in support positions. Everybody helps you, and you can't do it without that. So I feel like this project really mirrors the cancer process. We don't have the language to really deal with a lot of these very difficult situations in life, and people don't want to talk about death. And I think this project gave people a bridge so that they could talk about something else, and then maybe lead into talking about questions that they had for me, or questions that they had in their own life. You know, there are so many different ways that you can deal with something that happens. And it's a choice that you make, and I chose to deal with it in the most positive way I could think of. And I chose to make it into something I could do, as opposed to something I just thought about. This is how I adapted to a situation, and this is how you can do it too. You can think of a way that's different to adapt, and you can make yourself a lot happier that way. Because that's really what I wanted to do, is sort of spread joy and some levity to people who are going through this, with so many unknowns and so many people who are making decisions for you because you don't have the knowledge to make the decisions yourself. I think I needed to take control, and the only way I knew how to do that was to do it creatively.